Notre Dame, Michigan, touring the ruins of a great rivalry. Wall Street Journal, WSJ.com. WSJ. Facebook. Twitter. Market Watch. Barons. Smart money. All things digital. Fins. More WSJX, invitation only. Big charts. Virtual stock exchange. Financial news. WSJ Asia. WSJ India. WSJ China Chinese edition. WSJ Japan Japanese edition. WSJ Europe. WSJ Deutschland. WSJ Americas en Español. Portuguese. WSJ Radio. WSJ Wine. The Wall Street Journal. Menu. Also in WSJ.com. Share. Tweet. Latest headlines. Latest headlines is home to all the latest, up-to-the-minute news headlines from the Wall Street Journal in a streaming continuous headline experience. Top streaming coverage reverse order. Keyboard. Gaze active updates. 339,110,372. 0 new posts. College football. Notre Dame, Michigan, touring the ruins of a great rivalry. By John U. Bacon. Notre Dame receiver T.J. Jones and Michigan cornerback Raymond Taylor last year. The Notre Dame Michigan series is set to end after next season. Associated Press. Michigan and Notre Dame started going at it when they first met in 1887 and dashed by accident. The Michigan team was traveling to Evanston, Iowa, to play Northwestern when it learned the Purple were backing out. So they got off the train at South Bend instead and literally taught the boys at Notre Dame the rules of the game. After the Wolverines won that first contest, 8-0, Notre Dame treated their guests to a hearty banquet. The mood was so friendly that Notre Dame President Thomas Walsh felt compelled to give a toast, assuring the Michigan players that a cordial reception would always await them at Notre Dame. Promises. Notre Dame's relationship with the Big Ten Conference became complicated after Coach Fielding just arrived at Michigan and a player named Knute Rockne enrolled at Notre Dame. In 1910, he just accused Notre Dame of using ineligible players and cut the series off. In the various All-American teams that big-name coaches selected in 1913, only one coach left Rockne off his list and just. Things got worse after Rockne became Notre Dame's coach in 1918, and then blew up beyond repair in 1923 at a track meet. Rockne got into a shouting match with just over the distance between the hurdles Michigan had set up. He just out then and there that Notre Dame, which had desperately been trying to get into the Big Ten, would never be admitted. The animosity between these two men continued at a fever pitch for the rest of their lives. When a Spalding salesman tried to get Rockne to order new equipment, Rockne kept repeating that he was already overstocked with everything he needed. Finally, just before turning to go, the clever salesman sighed and said that was a shame, because just liked Spalding's new footballs so much he'd ordered 3 dozen. He did? Rockne snapped. Then I'll take 3 dozen and a half. The teams ended the embargo during World War II, when they split 2 games, before cutting off the series again. Like all great rivalries, this one has outlived its originators. Michigan's Fritz Crisler didn't trust Notre Dame's Frank Leahy any more than Rockne trusted Yost. Pressed to explain why, Crisler cited this example: whenever someone asked Leahy if he wanted a cigarette, he'd say yes, then just play with the thing without ever lighting it. Why, Crisler asked, doesn't he just say he doesn't smoke? For the next 35 years, from 1943 to 1978, the sport's 2 most legendary programs, situated just 3 hours apart, didn't play once but once again. Notre Dame seemed to fare pretty well without the Wolverines, winning 6 national titles during that span. But like all family squabbles, this one eventually started to soften. At a banquet in the late 1960s, Notre